Hey everybody, this is LCSII. Just giving you an unbiased, uncaring, and unaffiliated opinion about everything on the media and stuff that catches my interest every once in a while. Who knows? Don't know if we're going to do this for long. Don't know if we're going to do this for years and years. But I am going to give you my opinion on certain things. Why? Because I feel today's media, where you stand the point, we have to be honest with each other. There's a lot of BS that people say that says just because they're a part of one idea or the other and things like that. Why am I a good choice? Well, let's see. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a liberal. And I'm not a conservative. I take opinions from all four of those categories. Don't get me wrong. You can't avoid it. Trust me. You can try, but you can't. But I prefer to be open-minded. I vote both sides. I'm from the how? Well, let's see. Dan Miller. Dan Miller, for you guys who don't know, is the jerk that tried to get the internet under control of companies. He's part of the Republican Party. I'm voting his butt out. I'm going for heck. That's my choice. And I'm independent. But a lot of policies that, trust me, there are a lot of policies on the Democrat side that I don't agree with either. To put it bluntly, I pick who I believe is the best choice for I believe in. But as far as I'm going to get into politics, let's get away from that. This will be my first video, and it will be about how PG and PG-13 means nothing nowadays. Let's be freaking honest. PG, as the nostalgia critic once said, is practically G. It's practically Care Bears and My Little Pony, and so G-rated, it's so boring. I think it's because I'm from a different era in time. Because what was considered PG in my time, it's considered PG-13 in this time. And even then, people are going like, I don't know. Example, the hardest PG rating out there today is The Illusionist, a lovely art house film. You really should see it. Anime film. Alice in Wonderland. There's decapitations, people getting slaughtered, a woman talking about eating living creatures' babies, things like that. Trust me, it's a little dark. But then again, it's Tim Burton. This guy knows how to make a PG film. The times have changed with Tim Burton. Oh, no. This is a man who will push PG to its extreme. And for that, I love him. Love you, Tim. And anything by him, pretty much. Those are the only films that are PG. That actually have some teeth. And you're saying, I bet it was like that in the 80s and 90s. Au contraire. Gremlins was PG. Ghostbusters, the two movies, not the third one. Or as I like to say, there is no third film. I never heard of a third film. There's just been two Ghostbuster films. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go on that. But Ghostbusters films, those were PG. Oh, the Indiana Jones films. Oh, there's so much in that. The face melting scene. Ah! That's considered PG. And I saw that when I was under 12. Did it mess me up? Nope. Not in the slightest did it mess me up. In fact, I think it just gave me an informative view. There's so much stuff that happened that we got to see that will be considered PG-13 nowadays because people are too sensitive. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I show that to any kid under 10, and he's going to love that film. But it wouldn't be considered PG like it is back in the day. But a lot of times, no, that's PG-13. Why? It's a little too lewd. This about as lewd as an old Looney Tunes cartoon, which frightens me. I am of the opinion that pretty much we're sensitizing our kids way too much. This is a different generation. We grew up on a lot harsher things. And I mean a lot harsher things. But we enjoyed it. It was beautiful. I remember being 9 years old seeing Gremlins 2. Me, my sister, my big sister, mind you, and two of my best friends, Willis and his little brother. We watched Gremlins 2 and we were laughing our butts off. No horror. No, oh my god, what is happening? We were laying our heads back laughing at how ridiculous it was. Mostly because the so-called gory scenes, it's only gory because it was animated violence with puppets. Jim Henson style. But animated violence with puppets, pretty much. We were laughing how ridiculous of it because to us it was basically like Looney Tunes episode. A little bit more gory, but what you gonna do? Now, I'm of the physical opinion that maybe we should be a little bit more progressive with the whole thing. The whole idea about being open-minded and open everything, we're more open-minded. No, that's only politically correct. Open-minded. No, we're even more restricted than anything. And that includes PG-13. PG-13, again, meant something when I was a kid. You don't believe me? Alright, how's this? Star Wars. The first 3 Star Wars. Then the first Star Wars have, alright, I meant the Attack of the first Star Wars. Yeah, that Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Jedi has the same level of violence as Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and Force Awakens. And all the other ones. But the first Star Wars film, that's the only one that ever earned a PG rating. Because despite the whole cool sword battles and everything, let's be honest, there wasn't that gory. It was pretty close to high PG, and that's about it. But everything else, those were PG films. Look at Star Wars now. From Force Awakens to Solo is PG-13. I have to ask, just anyone, does anyone think that Star Wars films is too violent for kids? Because Star Wars films are about as violent to me as the old G.I. Joe cartoons. No, wait, that's not quite true. People actually died in the Star Wars films. So maybe that's the reason why. But the thing is, any kid who's ever read a comic or watches an action film knows that people die. And don't say kids can't take it. Best example, look at Disney. How many people die in that stuff? There are so many scenes in Disney that gets kids crying. Bambi, Old Yeller, and Lion King. You can't tell me the kids can't take death. Heck, let's go to the master of himself. Land Before Time. The one film I know I was bawling out when Littlefoot's mom died. Yeah, let me get it to you straight. That scene had me in tears. Was I scarred for life? No. I grew up, I got over it. It was sad, but it was a happy ending. And I got over it. Ta-da! Not that bad. And I'm pretty sure kids are a lot more stable than we are now. Because I believe us as a generation, and by generation I mean anybody born from the mid-early 70s to 1990s who have kids now, are a lot more easy on the kids and believe that they could take stuff a lot better than we could. But you're coddling them way too much. I know you want to save your kids from stuff, but it's getting kind of ridiculous. Number 2, let me get to PG-13. Y'all need to let it go. In all honesty. At the age of 13 and up, shoot, even 12, if you're a boy, violence and nudity are the two things you want to see. It's not going to be blocked. It can't be. Unless you know how to block your internet, it's already damage has been done. Let's be honest here. And all I'm saying is, you gotta let it go. And the rating systems is so ridiculous. A rated R film in my day had Conan the Barbarian doing a softcore porn session about 10 seconds long with a woman whose breasts were showing. I kid you not. Good old Arnold Schwarzenegger was in a softcore porn for about 10 seconds in a film. And that was the regular back in the day. But nowadays, it's so sensitive that if a woman so much as show a bare nipple in anything, they almost like, oh, we gotta make this NC-17. It's too horrid for the audience. And it makes me want to shake my head. It's so ridiculous. It's so unfair about the rating system. I just think there should be a change of some sort. Like, be more ballsy. People will appreciate it if you go back to the 1980s, or better yet, 1990s if you want to be a little bit more conservative. And let it go. Because, trust me, nowadays, there are things I'm much rather show my kids. If I ever have kids, I'm much more easier to explain to them why a woman's naked on screen, or why a man's naked on screen, than why that guy had his head blown off with a shotgun to the face. And yet that's rated R and perfectly okay. But anything with sexuality whatsoever that has any nudity or any showing of physical love, and I'm pretty sure a heavy makeout session is considered a no-no. A heavy makeout session is considered a no-no in some reasons, but what you gonna do? Well, that's my opinion. And like I said, it's unbiased. I don't care about what people say because it has to be said, and I have my own opinion. And 3, I'm not affiliated with anybody, so if you don't get mad at me. Until then, peace, one love, and God bless.